She is a proud woman of heavenly beauty, but her mind is filled with wicked ideas. This angers the prince greatly, and he directly slaps the back of her head. Just after the banquet ended, Xiaoshan had a bit too much to drink, so these two girls insisted on escorting the prince home. On the way, Xiaoshan took off the contract wristband from his wrist. This small action shocked the two girls. The contract wristband is a law of this world, used to restrain summoned individuals. Even the most powerful beings in this dimension cannot break the bindings of the contract wristband. However, at this moment, the prince effortlessly tore it off, which was truly astonishing. This contract wristband had existed since the Empress used a rune to summon Xiaoshan. Xiaoshan hadn't paid much attention to it on ordinary days. He just treated it as an ordinary bracelet. However, Xiaoshan's actions amazed Zhongling. Xiaoshan explained that sometimes the bracelet felt uncomfortable, so he changed its position. But what Zhongling wanted to know wasn't why the prince moved the bracelet but rather how he could remove the contract wristband. Lu Yan, standing beside, saw that the prince still didn't understand and added that Zhongling wanted to know how he managed to take off the contract wristband. The prince didn't understand their questions. For him, removing the wristband was simple. Just take it off. The prince even demonstrated it to them again on the spot. The two girls were once again shocked by the prince's behavior. The prince was powerful enough to disregard the world's rules. This would surely astonish other powerful beings in this dimension. In no time, the three of them arrived at the prince's palace gate. At this point, Zhongling asks if the prince intended to slap the prime minister to death directly. Xiaoshan was shocked by this question. Zhongling was being quite ruthless, casually suggesting killing someone. Zhongling believed that if they didn't do this, the prime minister would surely make things difficult for Xiaoshan in court. And then Xiaoshan's strength would be exposed. Since the prince was so powerful, why not just kill the prime minister directly to solve the trouble in advance? Zhongling thought she had come up with a good idea, but the prince gave her a slap on the back of her head. Being slapped, Zhongling was quite displeased. Xiaoshan kept slapping the back of her head like this. What if she became dull in the future? Xiaoshan retorted that she was already quite dull to begin with. Zhongling complained quietly. Seeing this scene, Lu Yan felt some emotions. Zhongling used to be very arrogant and didn't listen to anyone. Unexpectedly, now Zhongling was quite willing to follow Xiaoshan's words. Xiaoshan, who was walking ahead, said that if Zhongling didn't act foolish again next time, he wouldn't slap her anymore. In no time, the three of them had reached Xiaoshan's sleeping palace. Xiaoshan lay on a chair and had his system play a movie. Meanwhile, the two girls stood there dumbfounded. They couldn't see anything. Then Xiaoshan had the two girls practice the martial arts he had customized for them a few days ago. These martial arts were tailored specifically for these two, but the postures and movements they practiced seemed quite peculiar.